Now, working off the branches of medial cord, it's going to have an extension to the median nerve, which is just called the medial head. And it's also going to have a medial cutaneous, which will be the most medial branch. And a lot of times this medial cutaneous, especially with the cadaver pictures, it's just going to be a little nerve that's hanging off by itself because that cutaneous is telling you it's going to the skin. So on the cadaver pictures, when the skin has been removed, it's not really attached to anything. So it's just going to be the most medial nerve just hanging off by itself. And then we also have the ulnar nerve. Now, the ulnar nerve is going to come superficially, and it's actually going to wrap around the medial epicondyle of the humerus. And so a lot of times when you hit your medial epicondyle, it gives you kind of a weird sensation, and we call it the funny bone. And it's actually because this ulnar nerve is getting hit, and it's sending impulses to your brain saying, hey, this hurts, don't do that again. Off posterior cord, we have the thoracodorsal nerve, which is what's going to innervate latissimus dorsi, the axillary nerve, and then the radial nerve. And then the last nerve we have is called the long or lateral thoracic nerve. And so this actually comes off C5, C6, and C7 nerve roots, and that's what's going to head down to the serratus anterior and innervate that muscle. So as we take a look here, we can see our roots. So here's C5 as it comes together with C6 right there. Here's C7 just going straight on. C8 and T1 coming together. And they form the trunk, so there's superior trunk. Here's middle trunk. And then here's inferior trunk. And then we can see they all have a division of some sort. So anterior is going to be the one that's going right here and right here. So the anterior divisions of middle trunk and superior trunk come together. And then the anterior division of inferior trunk just continues straight on. Now the posterior divisions, all three of them come together at a single spot. And at this point, when the divisions get to a certain point after they are combined, they form the cords. And so the anterior divisions of superior trunk and middle trunk, when they come together, they form lateral cord here. When all the posterior divisions come together, they form posterior cord. And then the continuation of the anterior division of inferior trunk continues on and becomes a medial cord. So if you'll notice, we have this Y-shaped configuration joining the lateral cord to the medial cord. So there's median nerve, and that you can use that to help trace you up to a cord. And if you know the branches of them, it's not too bad to figure out. So if we go median nerve, go back up to lateral cord, we'll see musculocutaneous nerve. And so also, if this was going through that coracobrachialis muscle, there's another landmark you can use and try to trace your way around here. Now, going this way, median nerve, back over to medial cord, this big nerve coming off is ulnar nerve. And then if I back up even a little bit, this string right here, both of these put together would be one. And it's just going to hang straight off here, and that's that medial cutaneous nerve. And you can see it's the most medial thing on here. Going on the posterior cord, we can see here's a radial nerve as it continues straight down, and then axillary nerve. We'll go ahead and finish that part of axillary nerve. But that is going to hook off and go laterally, just like so, and that's axillary nerve. Now, over here, off posterior cord, we also have the thoracodorsal nerve, which comes off right here and goes straight down to latissimus dorsi. Then our last nerve we have is that long thoracic or lateral thoracic, which we can see has parts coming off C5, C6, and C7 to form the nerve that goes down to serratus anterior. And so that will complete the nerves and complete chapter 7.